Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio August 31, 2022. The moon spends the day in your solar second house, drawing your attention to how you're managing your resources. Your material affairs and comforts can be in focus, and your resourcefulness can come in handy now for whatever you take on today. Mercury begins its transit of your solar 11th house, where it will influence until May 27th, taking off some pressures to perform and improving your social skills. It can be a vital time for inventive new ideas, sharing ideas with others, and happy networking. Valuable learning experiences can result from your association with friends, associates, or groups. Contributing, connecting, and collaborating may bring rewards. Crushing on someone who isn't your usual type? The moon makes its monthly debut in meticulous Virgo today, emphasizing themes surrounding your sense of security, but there's more. Luna will simultaneously square off with lucky Jupiter via your 11th house of associations, community, and sense of belonging in the world, which, in turn, creates tension between what you consider second nature and the new opportunities that are being presented to you at this time. Mercury will also make its annual debut in Pisces via your socially conscious 11th house, so don't be afraid to test the waters of online dating. Some of the cosmic stress will be alleviated today. The pileup of Virgo energy squaring your sign becomes less intense as Mercury leaves the fixed air sign for the mutable water sign. Now in Pisces, Mercury is fantastical. Your mind wanders with dreams and idealism, curious about what could happen in your career. As it now influences your sector of the greater community, networking, and aspirations, you could become exceptionally hopeful. Mercury in Pisces could encourage you to speak about your professional dreams with joy or even intuitively navigate your professional community. While the moon is making an ordinary monthly visit, and with its smart head for money and ability to act as a trigger, this could have lucrative implications. It is the timing that makes this auspicious. The moon is here and at friendly aspect to planets on the career front just as your new professional year is catching its second wind. You are enjoying harmonious relations with family and friends. Take time for shared activities, they will give you great pleasure. Occasions like this let you see what kind of person you are and the role you play amongst family and friends. What could be better than to find yourself in the company of others? Forget about your so-called responsibilities for one day, well, unless something huge is at stake, and treat yourself right with a little downtime. Liven things up with a mystery trip. Don't let how you're feeling pass you by, instead voice your romantic wishes, and tell others what you're willing to give and what is expected in return. Go out and make yourself noticed, be courageous. Find the person who is right for you and discover how you might begin to share wonderful times with another. You may have the feeling that things are out of control. If you open up to all that you are feeling, you may become afraid or overwhelmed. It may help you to do some grounding exercise in order to remind yourself that you are in a human body. The regularity with which you exercise will affect the degree you feel overwhelmed in your life. Drinking plenty of water is the second half of the exercise equation. Be aware that your body may need more minerals and vitamins, depending on the stress level you experience. Celebrate the strong and balanced relationships in your life today. A vibration can make you so much more aware of the people you share a mutually beneficial relationship with. Perhaps a get-together, or going out for a meal with the group will give you the opportunity to express your appreciation. If this isn't a possibility for some reason, consider sending out a note of caring and thanks to those you are thinking of today. This will bring a great deal to those who are on the receiving end, as well as to yourself. Just having the moon in your career sector during the sun's first and Mercury's last full day in your income sector is an advantage. Yet with the sun and Mercury aligned and the moon also aligned with Saturn in your career sector, this is creating a lot of mutual support and insight. As well as fueling your professional instincts and imagination, the moon's alignment with Saturn is giving you a read on the planet that is acting as an anchor for this professional year. A day after your birthday month ended, Venus, the planet of love is still 7 days away from her return to Taurus and a chance to update your romantic and relationship desires and expectations for the coming year. This allows you to take a wait-and-see approach, and that includes on the communication front with Mercury, the planet of communication, retrograding back into Taurus tomorrow. Our eyes in the sky. Venus and Jupiter share a minor aspect, as do the North Node of Destiny in Chiron, creating an intense, goal-oriented vibe. This aspect can stir obsessiveness around status and work, which might verge on the unhealthy due to an opposition with Venus. There is danger that your drive and dedication to accomplish certain things will blind you and throw you off balance when it comes to matters of the heart. Insecurity about failure could be magnified, and trying to calm down could be hard. Your close relationships might not be able to understand or relate to this mental state, and there's a risk that this could cause problems. You also need to keep an eye out for controlling behaviors in others as well as yourself. There is also the potential for issues with maternal figures, so try to avoid any confrontations with your mother. As we move into the afternoon, a quincunx between the North Node and healing asteroid Chiron can inspire us to talk out and work through our issues. Unfortunately, this aspect is choppy, and the disconnect we're feeling with regard to others might not heal as easily as we'd like. Mercury and Uranus share a minor connection, and that combined with the over-the-top energy from Jupiter and Venus could take us to a brink that ends either in a blow-up or an agree-to-disagree handshake. Whichever direction you choose to go, you'll be feeling a lot lighter by bedtime. In the pre-dawn hours, the moon enters Libra, ending its void of course which began last night. Over the next 2 days, we are increasingly preoccupied with achieving peace and harmony in our lives. We now realize that intentions set during the Virgo new moon are only achievable with the help of others. To this end, we seek out relationships with those who share our goals. We should simply be mindful not to adapt our objectives to appeal to social convention. It's possible to attain consensus without sacrificing our own needs. After sunup, the Libra moon aligns with Mercury, making us social. We want to be around people and exchange ideas. Conversations are pleasant but somewhat superficial. We can walk away from a dialogue feeling that we have just spent a good deal of time parroting another's opinions, or that another has done the same to us. There is nothing wrong with agreeing on points, but later in the day, we'll realize that we've talked in circles to avoid stepping on another's toes. That being said, if we are currently fighting over a difference of opinion, a consensus can now be reached.